All right. So this tree represents my grandfather, and all the little leaves and branches represent the different components of his care. So my grandfather is who was interviewed, and my mother is the main caregiver who I interviewed. There are 5 other siblings along with my mother who help my grandfather, along with grandkids and uncles and aunts, but she's the main power of attorney, and she's kind of the main one that puts everything together. So I interviewed her as the caregiver. So my grandfather lives at home by himself. Grandmother passed away, and he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So all these little branches are the different components of his care and how he's able to be at home safe and not have to live in a nursing home or not have to be hospitalized. So we'll start with the healthcare branch. That's a super important branch because that has to do with all of his healthcare needs. So doctor's visits, medications, he has to go see the dentist, he has to go get his heart checked, he has to get his feet checked, constant things like that, in which my mom is assisting him in making sure his health is where it's at and kept where it needs to be. So the next branch is happiness. So I think that's a really important aspect of life and care, especially for my grandpa, because he's just overall funny, happy guy. He's very smart aleck, very witty. So in keeping him happy, it's going to assist his care and his life as well. So I made some silly little drawings kind of main things I can think of that make him happy. So he loves church, he loves to sing and dance, and he really likes his lawn to be clean, like mowed and grass green. That's like a super big thing for him. I think it's just he's always had a lot of pride in how, his appearance and how he keeps his house, and he's very proud of his house. And so that's a big component to that. And so the way that caregivers assist with that is they make sure they get him to church on time, make sure he's showered, make sure they play music for him, make sure that he is able to mow his lawn safely. He's not really able to, so that's where the uncles and aunts and grandkids come in and make sure they're helping him mow his lawn, because he does get very grouchy if it is not kept. The next part of care for my grandpa is this little branch, family. So I drew just kind of like the 6 siblings, and so family is very important to him and to my whole family, actually, as a whole. Family works together to make sure that he has all his needs met, to make sure that he goes to all his appointments, to make sure that that everything that he needs, he has. And without a strong family support, he might not be able to be living at home. The next aspect of care is this I made a branch for a calendar. That's super, super important because there are so many different components and people coming in and out trying to help him. So my mom actually made a calendar where every sibling has their day, and morning or night people can trade shifts or anything like that, but a calendar just helps everyone know what day they're supposed to be there and helping him and organize it around their schedule. And then the next little thing is the home, which is another important component of his care. So my mom had to make sure that the home was kind of more safe for him. So a ramp was inserted because there's a very tall step to get into the home, and shower railings as well, because he has fallen in the shower before. Even though he has help getting in and out of the shower, he really does not like help, even when it's my uncles helping him. So we make sure there's a rail in there so he can always have something to grab onto. And my mom also got him a shower chair to assist with that as well. So these are all the components that are beneficial to his life and his care.